These are the top 5 fitness trackers that actually work, and yes, even people who absolutely hate fitness trackers love these devices. But here's what's crazy. Most fitness trackers are complete garbage that die in 2 days and give you health data about as accurate as a fortune cookie. But these 5 are so different that they've converted the biggest skeptics. I'm talking about people who threw their old Fitbits in drawers and swore off wearables completely. What you're about to see isn't just another best of list. These are the fitness trackers that solve real problems for real people. And I'm going to show you exactly which one matches your lifestyle. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur drowning in meetings, a beginner just starting your fitness journey, or you're training like your life depends on it. Let's start with the one that's converting the most people who thought fitness trackers were just another distraction in their already chaotic lives. Apple Watch Series 10 best for busy professionals. The Apple Watch Series 10 isn't trying to be your fitness coach, it's trying to be your personal assistant that happens to keep you alive. And honestly, that's exactly why executives who initially dismissed fitness trackers as another gadget to manage end up wearing this thing 24/7. Picture this, you're in back-to-back meetings, your phone's buzzing with notifications, and you're wondering if that chest tightness is stress or something more serious. The Series 10's ECG feature can actually detect irregular heart rhythms in 30 seconds. And yes, this has literally saved lives by catching atrial fibrillation early. The display is an LTPO 3 OLED always-on Retina display, which is up to 40% brighter when viewed at an angle. A small detail that makes a huge difference when you're trying to discreetly check a notification. It comes in 2 sizes, 46mm, 416 by 496 pixels, and 42mm, 374 by 446 pixels, both with an edge-to-edge design. The S10 SiP with a 64-bit dual-core processor and 4-core neural engine means it's incredibly responsive. You get 64 gigabytes of capacity, which is plenty for apps and music. But here's what most reviews completely miss. The real game changer is how it handles the constant question busy people ask, should I push through this exhaustion or actually rest? The sleep apnea detection uses machine learning to analyze your breathing patterns while you sleep. This matters because sleep apnea affects 1 billion people worldwide, most of whom have no idea they have it. Left untreated, it increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. So yeah, this isn't just tracking your steps, it's potentially adding years to your life. Can you shower with this thing? Absolutely. It's water resistant to 50 meters, which means you can go swim, shower, or dance in the rain without any problems. The workout tracking is surprisingly sophisticated with depth and water temperature sensors for swimming and accurate calorie calculations that aren't just wild guesses like most trackers. Thanks to its 3rd generation optical heart sensor and electrical heart sensor. Battery life is officially up to 18 hours of normal use or up to 36 hours in low power mode. And the fast charging gets you from dead to 80% in 45 minutes, perfect for those "oh crap, I forgot to charge it" moments. For connectivity, you've got LTE, Wi-Fi 4, Bluetooth 5.3, and a 2nd generation ultra-wideband chip. At $411, it's not cheap, but consider this. You're replacing your watch, fitness tracker, and half your phone interactions. The downside? It's locked to iPhone users, and that always-on display can be distracting during important meetings. But what if you're not drowning in notifications and just want something that helps you build better habits without overwhelming you with data you don't understand? Well, there's a tracker that's specifically designed for people who find most fitness tech intimidating. Number 4, Fitbit Charge 6, best for fitness beginners. Here's why people who've sworn off fitness trackers actually love the Fitbit Charge 6. It doesn't make you feel stupid. Instead of drowning you in charts and graphs that require a PhD to interpret, it gives you simple, actionable insights that actually help. The secret sauce is Fitbit's daily readiness score. Instead of just telling you how many steps you took, it analyzes your sleep quality, heart rate variability, and recent activity to give you a simple message. You're ready to crush today, or maybe take it easy and focus on recovery. It's like having a personal trainer who actually knows when you're too tired to work out. The 1.04-inch AMOLED display is crisp and colorful. The heart rate tracking uses an improved algorithm borrowed from Google's Pixel Watch, and this is crucial because most fitness trackers are hilariously inaccurate during intense workouts. We're talking 20 to 30 beats per minute off, which makes their calorie calculations about as reliable as a weather forecast. The Charge 6 actually gets it right. If you're worrying about this thing dying on you during a long hike, don't. You get a 7-day battery life with built-in GPS, which means you can leave your phone behind for runs and still track your route accurately. And when it does need charging, you're not hunting for some weird proprietary cable. The magnetic charger is actually convenient. The sleep tracking goes way beyond just, you slept 7 hours. It analyzes your sleep stages, light, deep, REM, and gives you a sleep score with personalized tips. Not generic advice like get 8 hours, but specific suggestions based on your patterns like try going to bed 15 minutes earlier, or your room might be too warm. What really converts skeptics is the active zone minutes feature. Instead of the arbitrary 10,000 steps goal that makes no sense for most people, it tracks time spent in fat burn, cardio, and peak heart rate zones. This means a 20-minute intense workout counts more than a leisurely 10,000-step mall walk, which actually makes sense for fitness. It also features over 40 exercise modes and can connect to compatible gym equipment. The stress management tools are surprisingly helpful too. They include an EDA sensor for stress tracking and guided breathing exercises. When you're having one of those days, it's actually helpful. Plus, you get Google Maps, Google Wallet, and YouTube Music controls right on your wrist. At $159, it hits that sweet spot where you're getting serious fitness tracking without the premium price tag that makes you question your life choices. One downside that might piss some people off is the requirement of Fitbit Premium to access some advanced insights, and it has no altimeter for tracking floors climbed. Now, if you're thinking, this all sounds great for beginners, but what about people who actually know what they're doing? Well, there's a tracker that's specifically built for people who take their training seriously. Number 3. Garmin Venue 3. Best for serious athletes. Athletes who initially dismissed fitness trackers as toys for casual joggers quickly eat their words when they see what the Garmin Venue 3 can do. This isn't just tracking, it's like having a sports scientist on your wrist. The body battery feature is where this thing gets scarily accurate. It analyzes your heart rate variability, stress levels, sleep quality, and activity to give you an energy score from 0 to 100. And this is not just a random number. It's based on actual physiological data that helps you optimize training and recovery like a pro athlete. People always ask, how does it know if I'm actually recovered? The HRV status feature tracks your heart rate variability overnight. A balanced HRV indicates good recovery, while an unbalanced HRV might mean you need to take it easy. Garmin takes this complex metric and translates it into simple guidance like, you're ready for intense training or focus on recovery today. The 1.4-inch AMOLED display is bright and easy to read. The sleep tracking is incredibly detailed, but not in an overwhelming way. It gives you sleep scores and personalized coaching with specific tips to improve your rest. Not generic advice, but insights like, your stress levels were elevated before bed. Try a 10-minute wind-down routine. For workouts, it offers animated exercises with proper form demonstrations. This is huge because most people's form is terrible. The GPS accuracy is military grade thanks to multi-band GNSS with SATI-IQ technology, making it perfect for runners who need precise pace and distance data, not the close enough tracking you get from cheaper devices. The music storage lets you download playlists from Spotify, Deezer, or Amazon Music for phone-free workouts, and the safety features include incident detection that can automatically send your location to emergency contacts if something goes wrong during a workout. Here's something cool that most people don't know. It includes wheelchair mode that tracks pushes instead of steps and has specialized workouts like hand cycling. Garmin actually thought about accessibility, which is rare in the fitness tech world. Battery life is a standout, up to 14 days in smartwatch mode or up to 26 hours in GPS mode. This is crucial for endurance athletes. At $449, it's definitely an investment. But serious athletes quickly realize it's like having a personal trainer, sports scientist, and safety monitor all rolled into one device. But maybe you're thinking, this all sounds amazing, but I'm not dropping $400+ on a fitness tracker. Fair enough. What if I told you there's a device that delivers premium features at a fraction of the cost? Number 2, Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro, best for budget-conscious users. The Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro is the fitness tracker that makes budget-conscious skeptics completely change their tune about cheap wearables. This thing delivers premium features at a fraction of the cost, and honestly, it's kind of embarrassing for the expensive brands. The 1.74-inch AMOLED display is absolutely stunning. We're talking 336 pixels per inch resolution and 1000 nits of brightness. To put that in perspective, you can read this thing in direct sunlight while most premium trackers become expensive paperweights the moment you step outside. It also features a 60 Hz refresh rate for smoother animations. People always worry about accuracy with budget trackers. The Smart Band 9 Pro uses an upgraded 4-channel heart rate monitoring module, which Xiaomi claims improves accuracy by 10% over the previous generation. It offers 24/7 heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen, SpO2 levels, stress tracking, and detailed sleep analysis. Here's where it gets ridiculous. Up to 14 days of typical battery life or 6 days with always-on display active. Most premium trackers barely last 2 to 3 days, but this thing keeps going for over a week. When it finally does need charging, the magnetic dock gets you back to 100% in about 75 minutes. The sleep tracking is surprisingly sophisticated, providing detailed insights into light sleep, deep sleep, and REM stages. It even gives you a sleep animal classification. Sounds gimmicky, but it's actually a fun way to understand your sleep patterns. Apparently, I'm a koala, which explains a lot. For fitness enthusiasts, it includes built-in GPS for accurate outdoor workout tracking, and it supports over 150 different sports modes. We're talking everything from traditional cardio to niche activities like kite surfing. The Vitality Score gives you a daily assessment of your overall health and fitness level based on your age and activity. Water resistance is rated at 5 ATM, which means you can swim with it, shower with it, and not worry about rain. The only real downside is the proprietary charging cable, but at $60, complaining about that feels like nitpicking. Now, everything we've covered so far has been great for different types of people, and if you found the video useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest, in-depth reviews like this. Now, what if you're someone who's absolutely serious about optimizing human performance? What if you don't want any distractions, just pure data that actually matters? Well, there's one device that's in a league of its own. Number 1. The Whoop 4.0, best for performance athletes. The Whoop 4.0 is the fitness tracker that converts the biggest skeptics. Here's why it's completely different. There's no screen, no notifications, no celebrations when you hit arbitrary step goals. It's purely focused on 3 metrics that actually matter for human performance: recovery, strain, and sleep. This isn't about gamifying fitness. It's about optimizing your body like a machine. The recovery score uses heart rate variability, resting heart rate, respiratory rate, and sleep performance to tell you how ready your body is for physical stress. This isn't guesswork. It's based on the same metrics used by Olympic athletes and professional sports teams. When it tells you to take a rest day, you should probably listen. So how is this different from just listening to your body? Well, your body lies to you. Your brain tells you you're fine when you're actually running on fumes, or convinces you you're exhausted when you're actually ready to perform. The Whoop cuts through that mental noise with objective data. The strain score measures the cardiovascular load you put on your body throughout the day, not just during workouts. This means it accounts for work stress, lack of sleep, relationship drama, all the stuff that affects your body's ability to perform and recover, but that traditional trackers completely ignore. Sleep tracking is incredibly detailed, measuring all sleep stages, sleep efficiency, and sleep debt. But more importantly, it gives you specific recommendations for optimizing your sleep based on your individual patterns and goals. Not generic get 8 hours advice, but personalized insights that actually work. The Whoop Journal is where this gets really interesting. You log daily habits like alcohol consumption, caffeine intake, stress levels, and supplements. The AI then shows you exactly how these factors affect your sleep and recovery. Turns out that a glass of wine before bed isn't as harmless as you thought. What really converts skeptics is the community aspect. You can join teams with friends or other athletes and see how your metrics compare. This creates accountability and motivation that goes far beyond simple step counting. And when you see your teammate crushing their recovery while you're struggling, it's motivating in a way that hitting 10,000 steps never will be. The Whoop 4.0 sensor is 33% smaller than its predecessor and features an upgraded sensor array for improved accuracy. The battery pack gives you 5 days of continuous monitoring and lets you charge without taking the device off. True 24/7 monitoring. The waterproof design means you literally never have to remove it. At $239 for the hardware plus a 12-month membership, It's positioned as a serious tool for serious people, but the insights you get are worth far more than the cost if you're genuinely focused on optimizing your health and performance. Now, before we wrap this up, I know some of you are thinking about specific features that matter most to you. Maybe you need insane battery life, or you're obsessed with heart rate accuracy, or you're a swimmer who needs something that actually works underwater. Let me quickly cover the absolute champions in these specific categories. If battery life is your obsession, the Garmin Instinct 2 delivers up to 28 days in smartwatch mode. This rugged beast is built for people who spend weeks away from civilization and need their tech to keep up. For heart rate accuracy fanatics, the Polar Verity Sense, an optical armband sensor, or the Polar H10 chest strap delivers medical-grade precision. If you're doing serious training where every beat matters, these are your answer. Swimmers, listen up. The Garmin Swim 2 is purpose-built for pool and open water swimming with stroke detection, SWOLF scoring, and underwater heart rate monitoring that actually works when you're doing laps. And when you're done with that last lap, you can just tap the like button, subscribe, and check out this next video where I break down the top smart rings that are revolutionizing health tracking in ways that'll blow your mind.